Hi, this is Brandon with Precision Defensive Solutions, and today I want to talk a little bit about being very careful with stuff that's said on the internet or elsewhere for that matter about myths that are in the self-defense world and the gun world. Maybe you've heard them, maybe you haven't. I tend to try to stay off of gun forums on social media because they tend to be just an absolute dumpster fire of bad information. I don't particularly care to get involved in those arguments and those absolute pissing contests over stupid stuff. But it happens. I know guys that enjoy that. They thrive on it for some reason. I don't get it. But hey, their time, their life, their choice. But the problem with it is that there are people out there that are new to the self-defense world. They're new to the gun world, and these bad things are being spewed like they are absolute fact. Okay? So let me first start with the idea that a certain tool, whether it be a firearm, whether it be pepper spray, that you're going to get immediate effect and immediate stoppage. No, that is not a guarantee. That is not a guarantee with a firearm, and it is definitely not a guarantee with a pepper spray. The absolute truth is that with an OC, with a pepper spray, it takes a couple of seconds to take effect. It is not instant. Folks, we are talking about real life. We're not looking at what we see on TV. We're not looking at the movies. We're not talking about that Hollywood drama. We're looking at what really happens. We just put out a video recently of one of my karate students who volunteered to get pepper sprayed with some palm. I would highly encourage you to go watch that. Now, he said in the video that it would have taken about 5 seconds before he would have been completely incapacitated, which 5 seconds is 5 seconds, and it seems like it's a really short period of time. But the reality of it is, in a self-defense situation, 5 seconds can be a very long time. But what it would have done is given a defender time to create more distance and get further away from the threat and let that set in. The more time you have and the more distance you have, the more options you're going to have to do things. And probably, maybe not use a higher level of force than needed. So that's what the purpose of the pepper spray is to create distance and stop somebody from attacking you from a threat point that is not a lethal threat. Now, I recently, over the weekend, I saw a post where a lady's like, well, I carry bear spray because it's got a 40-foot range and it's an instant incapacitation. No, it's not. So what did I do? I put that question into Google, and guess what the AI response was? Exactly what she said. Stop listening and following what you Google and getting an AI response. I can't tell you enough how poor decision making that is. Number one, a 40-foot spray. You're not taking into account wind, distance, angle, all that stuff. Number two, a bear spray is a highly concentrated, very spicy formula of OC. It is not anything else. So while you're carrying a big can of bear spray that maybe you have to dig out of a purse or a bag to get to it, versus a little canister of palm that you can literally just reach in your pocket and pull one out when you need it. I don't know why. Other than the BS that the AI gave out. So don't trust that stuff. When we look at actual shootings, now I'm going to tell you, go look at the videos on active self-protection. Watch how many of them that somebody gets shot once and instantly drops. Does it happen? Sure. Does it happen a lot or every time? No. Seriously, go look at those. That is a great resource for seeing what reality looks like. Bullets are not a guaranteed drop, especially out of pistols. Especially out of pistols. Shotguns, rifles, different story. But out of pistols, handgun calibers, The other thing is, when we look at self-defense inside your home, people will literally say to me all the time, well, if somebody comes into my home, forces their way into my home, I can shoot them regardless. Well, you might have a higher consideration from the courts that you did the right thing, but the reality of it is, if you can't articulate an imminent threat of serious or great bodily harm or death, and serious or great depending on your state statute, and that it was truly life-threatening, you're going to have a hard time being justified and found justified for doing that just because somebody was in your house. Stop with all the myths. We have the research, we have the videos, we have these things to go by. Take the time to learn it and watch it. If you don't, you're shortchanging yourself and you're playing with the rest of your life. I hope you take this seriously, and I hope you learn from it. I know it's probably going to piss some people off, but I really don't care. My goal is to educate you on what reality and facts are. Stop with the social media stuff and actually do some research. Be smart and take care of yourself. Take care of your family. Be there for your family. Hope to see you in a class soon.